he will nae stop following me about either. Actually, day in my head, my heating. What in the? I'm not doing her anymore. It's not. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant I'm not gonna try to say what she says anymore.
All right. Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Huh.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too, as are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Huh.
Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikels first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
The place where Dreikels first started to gather his army was the... Okay, this isn't fair because I actually have played the game already, so I know the answer, but here we go. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikels' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Guess you didn't need my help after all. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain academic points. When you've accumulated enough academic points, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranging from B7 to A0, which is such a weird ranking system, but whatever. And every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the Academy.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no problem finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band, though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor, is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is that it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it. Though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind, thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Okay, so if you've ever played Persona, you'll be really familiar with this. Basically, you have the school that you can run around, and you have downtime, and you can interact with people, and you have to choose how you want to spend your time and stuff. This first part just kind of introduces you to that, so I don't think I'll have to make any choices or anything. But if you're, like I said, if you're familiar with Persona, it's a very similar style. The student council room's on the second floor of the student union building on east of here. I'm counting on you. Of course, instructor. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though, otherwise I would have had to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? You there. You remember Class 7, are you not? Listen here, contrary to the tainted image your instructor has provided you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this exemplified by our upper class students, whose noble behavior you would do well to learn by. Take heed of their every action and mannerism. Do you see them running in the corridors? No, you do not. Understood? Let me run some more. Running! Run! Well, hello there. Welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. Oh ho, well, classes are over for the day, so feel free to relax here if you'd like. Thank you for the offer. She seems like a sweet old lady. I will run where I want to! Running! I was just trying to get to my club when this weirdo started harassing me. All I wanted was for someone to tell me where the music room is, do you know? Oh, lost little lamb, worry no longer. For I, Vincent the noble escort Florald, will take you wherever your heart desires. Noble escort? What does that even mean? Master Vincent is the only son of the Florald family. Despite his pedigree, however, it would be wise to take his words with a healthy degree of skepticism. For instance, while he may claim to be the noble escort, most women he offers his services to reject him. If I remember correctly, the student union building should be to the east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more doors than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities such as practical exams. Many sports clubs such as the cross and riding clubs use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the de facto place for orbit maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself there again and again during your time at Thor's. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also go there to brush up on all the Sumerian terminology you can handle. The Student Union Building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor and even a salon reserved for upper class students on the third. Occasionally, you will see markers displayed on characters and places. These show an event that will take place there. Red is key, and green is quest. Do I have any? We got a key right now. Oh yeah, the Student Union Building. Well, of course that one is there. So, that's the Elisa girl I've heard so much about. She has a different air about her than the other first years. She's awfully cocky for a commoner. She intends to join the lacrosse club, does she? What a lovely turn of events. I can use this to teach her place. Well, she's passionate to say the least. Joining a sports team does seem like it'd be interesting, though. Alicia and I are taking a look at all the clubs here. Would you care to join us, Emma, what are you saying? Right, I'm sorry, Ring. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, are you here to join the lacrosse club? I'm sorry to tell you this, but this club is for girls only. Well, I didn't want to join your stupid girls only club anyway. When you think of a traditional Erebonian sports, the word lacrosse should come screaming into your mind. The three key pillars of the sport are the three key pillars of youth itself: friendship, hard work, and success. So, who's ready to make the most of their youth with us? Do try to control yourself, Emily. You'll scare them off at this rate. I didn't want to play your dumb sport anyway. Welcome to the riding club. I'm the current captain, Lambert Mock, and this is my trusty steed, Whitcomb. Are you a new recruit by any chance? If you have the slightest interest in joining, by all means, please do. I didn't want to join your dumb horse club anyway. Oh wait, you didn't say I couldn't. Never mind. Maybe I'll think about it. Are you scared of the library, Machias? Ugh, why is he in there? What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh well, I suppose I'll just return to the dorms for the day. No, what, you can't even share a big old library with Eustace? Really? In the library, you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor, and a recommended reading corner on the first. The recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking in on a regular basis. What's more, many books you read will be added to the book tab of your notebook for future reference. You can access the book tab by pressing the select button or choosing note and then books from the camp menu. Don't you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, I still haven't decided whether I want to join one. How about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right, sorry for bothering you. Swimming! Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. It looks like there's a lot I could learn in this club. That guy really got away with words. Just goes to show you why he made captain. I think this might be the club for me. Alright, Mr. Way with Words, what you gotta say? Swimming doesn't just strengthen your body, but your soul too. If and when you join this club, try to think of a goal. Any goal will do, as long as you want to make it happen. Working towards that will be a good way to help you become the you want to be. Alright, he's not bad. I'll give him credit. What's with that guy? What, does he think he's hot stuff just because he's a noble? I've never been able to get along with jerks like that. Can't see that changing anytime soon either. What's with this guy? He just marched in here demanding to be made captain. So much for respecting your elders. Want to say that again, asshole? I don't think I heard that right. Oh, of course, I'll say it as many times as it takes for you to get it into your thick skull. As the best swordsman here, I should be named captain of the club. Did you follow that, or must I speak more slowly? Huh, yeah, I gotcha. If you're so damn cocky, how about taking me on one-on-one? Seems like you need a little attitude adjustment. I have no objections to that. Just remember, you challenged me, so I expect no whimpering after you lose. Welcome to the fencing club. I'm Friedel, the club captain. A number of interesting first years have joined us, so I'm curious to see how things unfold. Tiki, healthy competition among club members is always a good thing.
This should be the Student Union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the Student Council room is.
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Which one was it? What do you guys think?
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50 mirror. He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
This looks like the place. There's definitely still someone inside, I can sense it. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see. Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah!
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
I broke you, and I'm trying to fix this.